XMG stands for Extreme Mobile Gaming. That's like the history of the company. You can also say it's Extreme Multimedia and Gaming, but it's definitely something extreme. And it's just a nice 3-letter acronym.
Users of multimedia computing, if you look up on notebookcheck.net, for instance, they have a category called multimedia, and it's very broad because it's for photographers, so it doesn't take a lot of motion graphics. But video game computers are much better for videographers and video editors. Where does this fit? This particular model?
This model that you see over here is at the very top end of the performance spectrum. So I wouldn't say an average photographer needs that much performance. This is either for enthusiast gamers or for people who need the computing power for their work, for content creation, rendering, AI, machine learning, data science, architecture, 3D modeling, authoring. This is a 17-inch gaming laptop, but let's not say gaming laptop because a PC is always a PC. It has a mechanical keyboard, which sounds very nice. If I may, if you may point the microphone at the keyboard for a moment. Oh yeah, right. It comes with a 16 by 10 screen in a QHD resolution, and 240 Hertz covers the whole sRGB spectrum, and has all the I/O ports you might need as a creator. You have a full-size SD card reader. You have 2 USB-A ports over there. At the end, you have a Thunderbolt port, you have HDMI, you have Ethernet, and on the left you have 2 more. You have 1 more Type A port and headphone ports.
But you have 2 separate ports for jacks for headphone
jack. So you have a microphone and headphone jack, but one of the jacks is compatible with 4-pin smartphone headsets. So you can either connect a traditional headset with 2 ports, or you can connect one of those more mobile headsets with only 1 port.
Right. So how does this compare with the higher-end gaming computers that we find in North America?
Well, there are other brands that have high-performance laptops. Our DNA is to have a BTO product. BTO stands for build to order, meaning when you order the product, you can customize all the components inside. So you can customize and choose your own storage and memory and upgrade everything. And so it's built just for you. And by making products that are working in this kind of environment, we need to make products that are modular, that are built to be easy to open, easy to upgrade. So something that we can do for you is also you can do for yourself down the line. We do not mind if our customers open the chassis to upgrade and to look and to clean and to maintain. There's no warranty sticker or anything. We encourage users to clean the cooling systems. Everyone always complains, oh, my laptop is getting slower. It's not slower, it's still the same hardware. It's just overheating because you have your cat's hair in your cooling fan, right? So you open this up, take an air duster, a blower, blow the dust out, it's going to be like new again. Other things is when we take components like CPU and GPU, we make sure that they actually run at their power limits. So we don't just take i9 and say, hey, here, big marketing deal. We use components in a smart selection of components that, what is this here? Wait for a second. We use components that we can actually cool. In this generation right now, with this flagship model, it's the Core i9 13th Gen 13900HX. HX is a new Intel lineup that delivers desktop performance in a mobile package. You can see here it has 24 physical cores, that's 16 E cores and 8 P cores, which are in 32 threads. So you can see actually here in the task manager you have 32 threads over there, and we support up to 64 GB of memory. This one currently has 32 GB of memory in a dual channel configuration. And when I open the NVIDIA control panel, you can see this one comes with the very latest GeForce RTX 4090 laptop GPU. That's the fastest dedicated graphics that is on this planet right now. And this is available at different power levels. NVIDIA allows vendors to make laptops that are thin or thick with different power levels. And it's in the end up to the laptop maker to specify what power level the laptop will support. Some big brands, I'm not going to name them, do not specify this. Look up their website, they will just say it's an RTX 3060, but whatever. We always specify exactly the power limit. There's the TGP, there's dynamic boost on top of that, and usually in our DNA, it's like when we build an XMG laptop, it should be close or at the very top of the possible power limits. In the case of the XMG Neo 17 that you see over here, the power limit for the GPU is 175 watts. And our target is to be able to run it at this power level indefinitely, non-stop, in an all-core stress test with air cooling, without any thermal throttling and any reduction in performance.
This is an incredible product. Is it available to North Americans?
We are a German company. One of our strengths is that our customers in Europe are very close to us and they can reach us quite easily. So that's why the business model is not so easy to extend to North America, because we would have to set up a network of partners to do service, repair, and even just the whole assembly, like the idea of ordering your customized laptop. Instead, I would advise American customers to maybe check out companies like Origin PC and Electronics. They have a similar business model. They use a similar supply chain like we do. We have ODM partners in Taiwan like Clivo, Tongfang and Uniwil with which we cooperate in a kind of open sharing system. When we have a nice idea which we pitch to our ODM partners, they make it happen. This will also go downstream to other local OEMs in this ecosystem. So you might find a similar system from some of those American brands, maybe with different components, with different LCD model. Not all of them will support our liquid cooling add-on, for example, but it's over there. Yeah.
Talk about the liquid cooling.
Right. So the liquid cooling is an add-on to the laptop that is over here in this box. It has a 120 millimeter radiator and fan, and it's a very simple device actually. It just runs water with a pump through these two tubes, and the tubes connect over here to the back of the laptop. The back of the laptop has these two ports. In one port water goes in, and the other one it comes out. This is a new magnetically sealed port. Once you disconnect it, it will seal itself and water will not be able to drip or run out of it. But if you connect it, it just snaps in like this, and then it is running a little pipe that touches the CPU and GPU's heat pipes directly. So it takes heat away from those hotspots, disperses it out to the box where it can be dispersed with a very low fan noise. So the basic idea is reduce fan noise and reduce temperatures while running the same power limits. I can show you the inside of the laptop quite easily.
Okay. This is the end of the show, by the way. It's a lot quieter now that people are not clinking glasses and as they were eating food and walking around. There were seemed like 1,000 people through here earlier, and now before the crew leaves, now we have a little bit of quiet. Right. and a disassembling.
Right. So I already removed the screws. You basically just have those like 12 screws to remove, and then you can take off the bottom cover. Goes up like this, and we have the whole system ahead of us. So none of the components are hidden under the main board. You have your SO DIMM memory here. Those are two memory modules, DDR5. You have two SSD slots, one of which is populated right now, 99 watt hour battery. But the highlight is the cooling system. The huge fans and the many heat pipes disperse air through 4 different fan exhausts, which are able to run this 175 watts GPU indefinitely. But with the liquid cooling, you have this extra heat pipe, which is soldered on top of the traditional cooling heat pipe. Mm-hmm. And this is where water comes in, takes the heat away, removes it, and takes it out of system. So when you do gaming or video editing, maybe you're rendering your project, your computer is loading all cores at 100%. With the liquid cooling, you can get your work done slightly faster, but with almost inaudible fan noise and with much lower surface and core temperatures.
How much does the cooling mechanism sell for?
How
much would it cost?
Right. So the cooling box itself, we currently sell at €200 in Germany, in the German market. That's euro, that includes the VAT. So the cooling box itself, because it's a rather simple little mechanical device, doesn't cost that much as an add-on. Right.
And how well will this machine function for video editing?
Well, in the end, the PC is a PC. You can do whatever you want. If you need power, liquid cooling will cool down your system. Depends if your workload uses more CPU power, you will actually see performance benefits. So in this model we see about 20% higher CPU power level with liquid cooling when you do a sustained 10-minute all-core workload. This means your project will render up to 20% faster. Depends on how the power of the CPU is scaling on the top end, but it will do the same without inducing much fan noise.
And when the laptop's sitting on your lap, will it be much cooler?
It will be much cooler, for sure, because the heat is taken out of the system. You would probably not have it on your lap when you have the liquid cooling connected. You can do that, but the liquid cooling is a solution that you probably want to have on your desk in your setup with your external monitor. But the laptop, since we have this strong air cooling system, is able to disperse air quite easily. There are certain limits we have for how hot the bottom shell of the laptop can go. So anything above 40 is already discouraged. By having these big fans, we are cooler than the competition. I'm not going to say it's going to be always cold on your lap, but it depends on how long your workload is going. And
which countries are your biggest markets?
Our biggest market is Germany, or Germany and Austria together. This covers about 80% of our volume, and the other 20% of volume is distributed among other European countries, with France being a big one. We sell to all countries, which is actually kind of a challenge for laptops, because laptops have, of course, keyboards, and different countries in Europe have different keyboard languages. So if you remember, we have this nice keyboard, but imagine in Germany, in Europe, we have how many? 27 members in the European Union, each of them with their own language and keyboard layout. So what we do, and what's part of our BTO concept, is that when we order and build the systems from our supplier based in Taiwan and China, we order them with a blank keyboard, or most of our volume comes in on a blank keyboard, and we have laser printing in Leipzig in Germany to finish the product for you. This can help us with the keyboards, but also we can customize the decoration on the LCD cover. So instead of our logo, you can also get the laptop without any logo if you want to go all undercover, or you send us your own design and we will either print it or laser print it on the laptop for you.
Tom, thank you very much. If people want to find your stuff, what's the URL?
The URL is xmg.gg, right? Very short URL. .gg is a little top-level domain from some country. We are misusing it because GG stands for good game. It's a slogan out of the PC gaming community, and XMG is the brand. xmg.gg is our website.